but life is good. Life is good for sure.
Any critique of yourself in the video game? Anything we could do better?
I just wish my jumper was a little more consistent, but maybe I got to show something in the season. We'll see, though. But maybe on this one, we can get my jumper a little better.
All right.
We'll see.
Thank you so much.
I appreciate it.
Tyler, you're getting an early taste of NBA 2K23. What do you think of the game thus far?
I'm just happy to be.
And a peek into the locker room. The players soaking in the last few moments before the game. Some final preparations here. Welcome to Wednesday night's NBA action here on 2K Sports. And for an idea of how the league is shaping up right now, take a look at these latest power rankings. Things are going their way, but they're still trying to escape the bottom half of the league.
You know, for Brooklyn, they've done a fantastic job of developing team chemistry. Higher on this list than lots of people expected. One of my favorite stories so far.
Now the starting group for the visitors. Donovan Mitchell out there with C.J. McCollum. Then there's Anthony. Then it's D'Angelo Russell. And it's Toppin in at the center position. And for Brooklyn. And that one's good.
Russell.
Here's Iverson. Bryant outside. Over Mitchell. And the shot falls short that time. Anthony, the pass to McCollum. Back to Russell. And he floats it in for the easy two. Credit the sweet setup on that one.
Okay, D'Angelo Russell mixing in a little interior work, not bashful.
And here's Bryant outside. Gets his second attempt to go. Now he's 1 for 2.
You don't want to let him get into a rhythm from out there.
Here's McCollum. It's tipped. And he's able to get it back. Second shot opportunity. Gets his second attempt to go. Now he's 1 for 2.
And oftentimes, you just assume McCollum's J is going in. He's this good of a shooter. It's incredible.
Bryant finds Durant. And it's slammed in by Durant.
It's like he's doing pull-ups on the rim.
Looked like a schoolyard playground right there. Here's Toppin, guarded by Durant. Mitchell, the pass to McCollum. Bearing his second of 3 attempts.
Talk about hitting the ground running. 4 for 5 to start.
Pass to Abdul-Jabbar. Bryant in the high post. Second chance effort. Can't get it. He's now 1 of 4 from the floor. For New York, they've gone 4 of 5 so far. Looking sharp. McCollum, the pass to Russell. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws.
Personal foul. First
Well, when
team
you
foul.
think about D'Angelo Russell, you
Shooting
get
for
such
New York.
incredible shot
D'Angelo
creation.
Russell.
This guy
Taking
can
2
attack
shots.
from close or from range. He's got versatility in how he goes about producing points.
And with Russell, there is no easy answer for how to defend him, Doris.
Yeah, you forget the size he brings to the guard position. 6'4" and faster than most players. Russell can do a lot of damage no matter who is checking him.
5 on the clock. Here's Bryant. He hits that one. 2 for 5 now.
Well, you love the activity out there. What a play. This guy is busy on the offensive end.
Russell, the pass to Anthony. Russell against Durant. Pass to McCollum. Shot on the wing. Chamberlain pulls it in.
And for him, that's a great look. Expect him to go right back to it if it's available.
No doubt. Very good play call, good execution. Sometimes it just doesn't fall. Well, deliver the pass where your teammate can do something with it. Nice.
Anthony finds Mitchell. McCollum outside. Oh, swiped away. Here's Durant. And it's Durant with the finish.
How about the quick jump from Kevin Durant? He was impressive on that one.
Just an awesome display of athleticism on our AT&T 5G Slam Cam. Here's Russell, and then Russell with the dunk.
Wow. I'll tell you, such an advantage having a playmaker who can get up to the rim and finish.
Now that is what every team wants.
Well, you love it. Fearless, aggressive, leaving no doubt whatsoever.
Their offense is really humming right now, and it's because of the beautiful ball distribution.
Pass to Russell, tipped. Ooh, Durant with a steal. Here's Iverson over McCollum. Iverson can't hit.
Listen, he knows he should have made that shot. We'll see if they can work it back to him in that same area.
The shot by Russell, no good.
Boy, in that close, he's almost automatic. But boy, that's pretty good defense. Wow.
And then Bryant with the dunk.
Unselfishness can be infectious. Terrific teamwork.
For New York, they've gone 5 of 8. Solid opening quarter for them. Shot clock and game clock, 1 second differential. Bryant against Mitchell. Clock at 6. And he misses his first shot of the game. So at the end of 1 quarter of play, still a close game. Up by 3. We've got more NBA basketball coming your way in just a minute. And close game underway so far. We'll see if either of these teams can jump out ahead in the second quarter. And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for Brooklyn.
So far, guys, they've done a fantastic job finding the open man and getting some easy buckets.
Well, they've established their presence in the paint tonight also. And a lot of their scoring coming from down low so far.
Brooklyn shooting a terrific 58% from the floor. So on the floor for New York, Anthony is out there with D'Angelo Russell. Then there's C.J. McCollum. Then it's Toppin, and it's Mitchell in at the 2 spot. Count it.
Wow, they're really being taken advantage of defensively out there. No rim protection whatsoever.
Mitchell into the lane, and he drops in the layup off the glass.
This is Mitchell at his absolute best. Driving, attacking, putting all the pressure on the defense.
Bryant outside. Lets it go from deep. Fires in the triple. Bryant's got 10.
The assist numbers certainly stand out. They've really emphasized ball movement here today.
McCollum outside. Tries it from 19. Abdul-Jabbar with a rebound. Brooklyn with the ball. They lead by 6. That's their biggest margin. After this game, they can look forward to Philadelphia, where they'll match up against the 76ers. It's a quick turnaround on the road. Just 1 game. And in the league today, we've got some all-time greats playing out on the wing. But who do you think the best wing in the NBA is right now, Grant?
Oh, boy, you're trying to get me in trouble. That's a tough one. I mean, you have LeBron, you have Giannis, you have Kawhi, KD. All of them are elite. All of them are champions. So if I had to choose, I guess I'll go with, I don't know. They're just all great.
And then Bryant with the dunk.
Slams it down
New
with
York
2
calls
hands.
timeout.
Man, they're really getting aggressive now. Now a timeout called by New York.
Yeah, last year, on paper, they were the favorites in this season series. But it didn't work out that way at all.
A look now at the leaderboard to see which teams had the toughest defenses this past season. New York, number 1.
And their gritty mentality when it came to defense was really infectious. They were the best last year at holding opposing teams to low-scoring totals.
For New York, they've got 2 of 3 shots to go in the second. McCollum outside. Left side, Mitchell. They swipe it. Releases. Gets it. He's 6 for 10 and looking confident out there.
Well, this guy has been efficient and effective all night. That IQ has been on display.
Pass to McCollum. 2 minutes now played in the second quarter. And the shot's good.
Some sick ball skills displayed right there. And he's not the guy you expect to pull that off.
Bryant in the high post. Well-placed jumper from the free throw line. Bryant's got 16.
That's 3 buckets in a row off assist.
Here's McCollum. Hey, now 5 for 8, shooting a pretty good percentage right now. For Brooklyn, they've gotten off to a sensational 5 for 5 start in the second quarter. Bryant in the high post. And it's good. Off the back of the rim and in. Bryant's got 11 here in the quarter alone. Russell to pass to Mitchell. Excellent D there from Bryant. For Brooklyn, they've gotten each of their 6 shots to fall here in the second. Here's Iverson. Yep, that one's good. And now a 12-point Brooklyn lead.
And just totally relentless, only increasing the intensity level.
One thing I enjoy is watching players who don't pay attention to the score. You lock in on the moment and play the right way.
It's deflected. And he's going for the oop here. And an emphatic jam on the lob.
And the lead increases on a crazy offensive sequence.
Man, the dunk alone would have been incredible, let alone the fact that it came off a pinpoint pass. Here's Bryant, and then Bryant with the dunk.
They're really in control on both ends of the floor right now, forcing turnovers and finding easy points while the other guys struggle to keep up.
Here's McCollum. Oh, the offensive struggles continue. Missing again. Pass to Bryant. Here's Abdul-Jabbar. Down low. Here's Iverson. Got a hand on it. They get it back. And he gets the bucket. Give him 8 points now.
Time and time again, they're creating good looks from close range.
Now a timeout called by New York.
And it was an awful game defensively. They lost the individual matchups, and the help was slow to rotate.
I'll tell you this, if you're going to allow your opponent to make that many shots, you have got to be as solid on the offensive end, and clearly they were not.
The home team on D. It's an 18-point game. Pass to Toppin. Russell against Durant. And there's Russell on the assist by Toppin. Russell's got 10.
So creative with the basketball in his hands. You can see D'Angelo Russell's understanding improving over time. That's nice.
Bryant. Durant for 3. Nails it from beyond the arc. Durant's got his 3rd bucket of the night.
Such an effective shooter. If you lose track of him defensively, he's gonna make you pay.
7-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Durant against Russell. There's a whistle. That goes on Carmelo Anthony. That'll be his 2nd foul of the game. An outstanding defensive play to earn the mobile 1 block.
Yeah, obviously he had the shot well anticipated, able to shut it down with authority.
Well, Brooklyn's shooting has been ridiculous. 75% in this game. Here's Iverson. McCollum defends. Pass to Bryant. Over Mitchell. And the shot is good off the backboard. Bryant's got 22 points.
And he's coming off a huge performance, and his confidence couldn't be any higher. And his coach knows that, too.
Well, the best players, to me, deliver night after night after night. So as long as he's hot, keep riding it.
And through the first half, a pretty lopsided affair. Delivering the blowout. All right, now let's check in with Allie LaForce. Allie, what do you have?
Well, Coach, this first half has been a struggle. What's been the problem?
Lack of intensity. We're back on our heels. They're attacking us. We're not getting much done.
Guys, they'll look to be the aggressor in the second half.
Thanks very much, Allie. And folks, we'll be right back to start the second half of this game.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
After one half of play, it's been a one-sided affair. Hey, everybody, welcome back. This is Ernie Johnson alongside Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. Some incredible work in this one by Kobe Bryant. He ended up with 22 points, 2 rebounds, and 1 steal. It's hard to imagine how he could have been any better in the first 2 quarters. How about you, Kenny? What did you think about this home team?
They were in such a groove that entire first half, especially on the offensive end. Good play calling, good execution, and by and large, they take good, not good, great shots.
Shaq, let's get your insight on the visiting team.
It's their defense that's put them in this spot. Giving up easy looks all over the place. Like they don't have even a game plan in place. Check out the field goal percentage that they've allowed. Well, that's not going to cut it on me. I don't even want to talk about it no more.
That's all for now. Say goodbye to...
And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the rout that it's threatening to be. Brooklyn with the ball. Here's Iverson. Durant on the attack. And the shot goes down. Durant's got 9.
Well, Kevin Durant is now able, because of increased strength and physical ability, able to absorb contact and play through it.
And for New York, we've got Toppin, Carmelo Anthony out there with D'Angelo Russell. Then it's Donovan Mitchell, and it's McCollum at the 1 spot.
And you have to think that they're leading this game because of how they've controlled the boards tonight.
And for Brooklyn, here's Bryant. That's good. And so Durant with the assist. Durant's got his 3rd assist of the night.
Defensively, they've got to get more bodies in the paint. That's 3 straight field goals from below the free throw line. Just flawless timing right there.
Right? The dish, the catch, the flush, the whole thing was perfect. On the wing, Durant. Here's Chamberlain. Back to Durant. Knocks down the long J. Durant's got 5 points now in the quarter.
Wow, what a start. 3 for 3. Terrific play calling. Everything clicking out of the gates here.
The 3 from Mitchell. Chamberlain pulls it in. For Brooklyn, they've gone 3 of 3 in this second half. For 3, Durant. That one no good. New York goes the other way with it.
They tried to stay perfect in the half, but 3 for 4 now.
He got a piece of it. And it's going to be out of bounds. New York will have another go. And now let's revisit that exceptional Mobile One block.
Oh, showing no signs of giving up this lead. That block sent shockwaves into the opposition sail.
Now a timeout call by New York.
And no doubt, coach wants them to improve their interior defense.
I think right now they're giving up way too many easy looks. That is a recipe for disaster.
Outside Russell. Pass to Mitchell. Beyond the arc. Not going to go that time. And Brooklyn going the other way now. Here's Durant. Another basket. He's now 6 for 7 in the contest.
They're winning the battle down low by imposing their will.
They're searching for a way to score.
Yeah, buckets have been very tough to come by.
Pass to Russell. Back to Mitchell. McCollum outside. Shot clock at 6. Russell up top. He shoots. Abdul-Jabbar with a rebound.
You have to credit their effort. I mean, they've done an amazing job on the glass.
He takes it in. The putback. Oh, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
And why go away from attacking inside if the D has no answer for you?
Outside Russell. Anthony in the post. They need this. And that one's long. For Brooklyn, they've gotten 5 of 7 attempts in the third quarter. Pass to Chamberlain. Offensive rebound. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2.
First personal foul. First team foul. Shooting for Brooklyn, Wilt Chamberlain, taking 2 shots.
First free throw is good. He's off on the second. And New York shooting around 44%. Not bad. Pass to Toppin. Now McCollum. Chamberlain pulls it in.
Boy, 9 times out of 10, that's going in. I'm sure he surprised himself with the miss.
Here's Durant. Yes, sir. And it's Bryant picking up the assist. Durant's got 16 points.
And what's working here? Each guy is willing to make the next pass.
McCollum. Oh, ripped away. Here's the break. And here they go. And it's slammed in by Durant.
Oh, do opposing defenses just start shaking their head when Kevin Durant starts cooking? Because he can heat up in a hurry.
From the right block, McCollum's shot is off.
They've shown the power inside. Their rebounding effort has been sensational.
Here's Iverson. The rebound by Donovan Mitchell.
It's impressive how they've overcome his cold streak tonight. Everyone stepping in to fill the gap.
And then Russell with the dunk.
Well, to me, it's critical that Mitchell continue to focus on hitting the guys who are open. We know he can score the ball.
Pass to Abdul-Jabbar. 32 seconds left in the third quarter. And he's going for the lob.
Just a perfect pass and some pretty slick body control on the finish, too.
Man, that's butter. McCollum on the left side. And Durant with the block.
But Kevin Durant is playing spectacular defense, and it sets the tone for the entire team.
And he was fouled in the act of shooting. Opportunity for a three-point play here.
Defensive foul.
And the defense has no one to blame but themselves. I mean, they just let him get right to the rim.
To me, this has simply stated been a complete lack of defensive attention and focus all night long.
And as we conclude the third, pretty much a blowout here. It's been a one-sided affair. Delivering the blowout. All right, we're going to step aside for just a second, but join us right back here for the start of quarter number 4 next. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
This is the definition of team chemistry. I love to see this kind of communication and connection between teammates leading to the perfect pass.
Nothing better than chemistry, right? Working together to create a bucket.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that, to this point, has not been an evenly fought contest. So on the floor for New York. McCollum into the lane. No good there. Tice with the defensive effort. And Brooklyn's shooting has been incredible. 72%. Pass to Smart. Here's Nesmith. Launches it. And they get it back. Another shot. And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line.
Personal foul. First
and even from where we're sitting, you can clearly tell it was a foul.
And let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for Brooklyn.
I like how they've taken the high percentage shot in the paint. In the first half, we saw them doing it, and they've continued to succeed as the game has worn on.
They've gotten out on the break over and over tonight as well. A lot of baskets coming in transition. Well, just so consistent, right, with his effort, with his toughness. Tice is a guy who's constantly being physical. And even if he's outsized, guys, the fight is there.
Inside. Shot from the low block. Sharp, no good. Boy, you love how guys are making plays for one another here.
Yeah, just a balanced attack, a total team effort.
Here's Pritchard. Off off target from outside. And Doris, even though he is so reliable, Theis's contributions often seem overlooked.
Yeah, I think part of that is this is not a flashy player.
CJ
His
McCollum.
box score isn't going to be stacked. But when you look at the screens he sets, the rebounding, the position on defense, they're usually a grittier team when he's between the lines.
Now here's Theis. 6 to shoot. Here's Smart. That shot is off. New York goes the other way with it. Theis grabs the miss. Theis has got 4 rebounds in the game. Smart with the ball. McCollum covering. Pass to Pritchard. It's Smart on the wing. Back to Williams. Here's Pritchard. Here's Neesmith. And they turn it over. Shot clock violation as the buzzer sounds. They've been having major problems offensively.
Definitely in a bit of a dry spell.
McCollum's shot is off. For Brooklyn, they've gone 0 for 3 in this fourth. Not good.
And let's face it, they won't get back in the game with fouls like that.
First personal foul, second team foul.
Just under 2.5 minutes gone by now in the final quarter. Back to Williams. Pass to Neesmith. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Pritchard. McCollum defends. And it's going to be a 24-second violation. They turn it over. For New York, they've gotten only 1 of 5 to fall here in the fourth. With efforts to grow the game in Europe and Asia and Africa, really everywhere from the NBA. Grant, how do you see the future of this game?
Well, I think it lies in the young international stars. I mean, you see guys like Luka and Nikola Jokic from Europe and Joel Embiid from Africa. I think we'll see more and more of that as the league and the popularity of basketball grows overseas. I mean, those guys will have the drive and the examples to succeed overseas.
Here in the fourth quarter, just under 2.5 gone by. Pass to Snell. 5 to shoot. And stolen by Williams. McCollum against Smart. Here's Neesmith. To the paint. Here's Pritchard. Desperately need a bucket. And New York shooting only 36% so far in this game. McCollum. And McCollum slams it in.
And he's not the tallest player on the court, but McCollum uses his quick burst to finish above the rim.
Here's Pritchard. McCollum defends. Pass to Neesmith. To the inside. Here's Theis. Can't hit that one. New York goes the other way with it. Here's Snell. 34 seconds left to play in the fourth quarter of this one. Shot clock at 6. There's McCollum with the 3. Gets the 3 ball to go.
Man, an unpredictable defensive assignment in the half court. McCollum can score from pretty much anywhere.
Smart passes to Williams. Here's Pritchard. Back to Williams. Smart finds Williams. Here's Pritchard. Tried to answer back, but that three is off the mark. And so they get the victory here at home. We saw two different teams tonight. One played with confidence, operating flawlessly. The other just looked lost.
And the energy in this building was awesome. The crowd was involved from the jump, and once they started to really pour it on, it was fun to see how it all came together.
Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Grant Hill, Allie LaForce, and Doris Burke, and the rest.
Past time with these other things. Know that you didn't mean to ruin my week. Know what even though you don't know me, know you already. I know you've been searching for someone to make you happy and get the job done.
I got a daughter now, so things are good, you know.
When are we going to see you on a cover of NBA 2K?
By 2K27.
Okay, I like that.
Let's do it.
Are you ready to go get my team card? Let's see how it turned out. Let's go.
For those of you who joined us for our
Welcome, everyone. Let's get ready for some NBA basketball on 2K Sports. Kevin Harlan here with Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg in our sideline report. Hey, Dave.
Thank you very much.
A lot of depth in there, David. Thank you for that one. And a chance now to see how teams are faring across the league. Here's the latest edition of the Power Rankings. They're still in the bottom third of the league, but see a little bump up in the rankings.
Well, seeing where this home team is right now, they're happy with this latest stretch of games. This is the time of year for optimism. At this point, anything is possible.
Now the starting group for the visitors. They've got Lowry.
Joel
Embiid is out there with Hunter. Then it's Reddish. And it's Bridges in at the 3. Derrick Rose is out there with Fred VanVleet. Then it's Anthony Davis. Then there's Rashawn Holmes. And it's Horton Tucker in at the small forward position. Here's Rose. Can't hit from in close.
And, Kevin, one thing you have to respect about Derrick Rose is that he's never stopped evolving. He's constantly adapting his game to best fit what his team needs.
Here's Horton Tucker. Defended by Bridges. Passes to Davis. Here's Rose. Now VanVleet kicks it to Davis. 6 on the shot clock. And the foul on Rose. That's his first foul.
And really just a great play to sacrifice his body and take the charge.
Heads up action there. Reading the play and then beating him to the spot. Well done.
And here's Reddish. Outside Lowry. Shoots over VanVleet. And it's off the back rim. No good. When you think about how Derrick Rose has changed, Greg, as a player, you see some of that in almost every facet of his game.
And, yeah, over the years, he's tuned his shooting and play style in lots of little ways. But what hasn't changed is his talent for setting guys up He's got a great eye for when and where to drop the dime.
Now Rose. His last outing, he had 8 points. Left side, Davis. Horton Tucker's shot is off. Gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. Outside Lowry. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
And try and name a 6-footer who likes to operate inside more than Lowry. He is a beast.
And already, Greg, we're seeing some of the new wrinkles that players have added to their games.
No doubt. The work doesn't end when the season does. And if you're trying to improve your skills or if you're trying to pack on good weight, that kind of stuff needs to get done during the offseason.
If you're just tuning in, we've played about 2.5 minutes here in the first. Lowry against Van Vliet. Here's Horton Tucker. Shot clock at 5. The pass to Davis. And here's Rose outside. Bridges with the board.
Yeah, and you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Embiid inside. Holmes on him.
Embiid right there to get the rebound and put it right back up. Excellent anticipation.
Gone 0 of 4, missing their first 4 field goals.
2 minutes.
Rose scanning the floor. After 2 misses to start the game, he's on the board with that shot made.
Finally, after all those clanks, someone comes through for him.
Well, you knew it eventually was going to happen. I mean, my goodness, a tight start to this one, but maybe that'll ignite some more buckets to be made.
And it goes out of bounds. That one off home.
Ball.
And we're approaching about 3.5 minutes played in the first quarter. 4 on the clock.
And look at how focused Van Vliet is on D, not allowing the shooter any space.
Well, he has not been sharp this period. Seems to be a little flustered out there, too.
And it's slammed in by Davis.
There's no stopping that. AD is too long and strong to bother that alley-oop.
Reddish kicks to Lowry. Into the lane. Banked in off the glass.
How about how he sets his man up there, runs him right into the screen, and then gets the basket.
Lowry against Van Vliet. Count that one.
Tricky play by Van Vliet to beat the close coverage, slipping past there for the finish.
Here's Hunter, and it's Hunter with the jam.
The D just kind of stepping aside and letting him get to the rim.
There's a reason, GA, the lead is what it is right now.
You know, you look at it, the communication is lacking, as is the trust. They can ill afford those types of breakdowns. It won't work. You can't win with those kind of breakdowns.
Gone 6 of 10 from the field in this ball game. 5-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. Here's Embiid. Can't cash in from the left block. Gone 50% from the field to this point. 4 of 8. Davis against Hunter. Davis, the pass to Holmes. And the officials calling for a 3-second violation.
The ball goes to the away team.
We have got to see that sensational mobile 1 block again.
And an early swat like that can really set the tone. Now the shooters will be feeling his presence.
Lowry for 3, and that shot was up in time but doesn't go in. And that concludes the first quarter of play. Up by 4. And Kyle Lowry, always one of the league's leaders in charges drawn, he sheds light on the significance of that play.
It's a real life momentum shift. You know, it really boosts myself, my team, and it really takes a lot from the other guys.
And for Lowry, all of 6 feet tall, to absorb those collisions, sacrificing his body, it shows what he's all about.
And like he said, whatever it takes to win, that pit bull mentality, and he's got the strength to weather the physicality.
And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one.
Traveling
And looking at
violation
what we've
call.
seen so far, guys, from the visiting
Away
team,
team
what do you
ball.
think?
Well, in that first quarter, they were intent on just pounding the ball down low.
Yeah, and it's worked. They've got a clear edge and points in the paint. Now we'll see if they go with a more balanced attack or just keep on pounding it inside.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's the second quarter of play. We've got Rashawn Holmes, Fred VanVleet out there with Rose. Then there's Davis, and it's Horton Tucker in at small forward. Embiid, no good.
You'd be hard-pressed to find someone more confident than Embiid.
He's got plenty of confidence, and he's a funny guy, too, extremely entertaining. He said, the mindset I get when I'm on the floor is that I'm the best player in the gym. Much of the time, he ain't wrong.
And they've done well at taking advantage of some late defensive rotations and getting the ball in the paint.
Rose in the post, guarded by Embiid. With confidence, 50% from the field so far. Here's Reddish, and denied. He sends it right off the glass.
Joel Embiid.
Second quarter of basketball, just over a minute and a half played. Outside Rose. He takes it in. And it's Davis missing.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on him.
Takes the 13-footer. Here's Hunter. Off target there. That would have pushed the lead to double digits. They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Anytime he's in the paint, Davis has the advantage. Size and agility works in his favor.
Lowry against Holmes. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. Some super teams come together, Clark, on paper, and they look like sure things for the finals. But just how important are the other things, the intangibles?
Yeah, I think the intangibles, Kevin, are the most important things. When you talk about chemistry, trust, connectedness, those things just don't happen because you have great talent in 3 or 4 players. You have to have a team that's committed to one another and that trusts one another, and it takes time to build that into a championship caliber unit. So those intangibles are really important if you're going to win a championship.
And so Lowry nails both of them.
Just solid. Really one of the very best there is at the free throw line.
Here in the second quarter, we've played a little over 2.5 minutes now. Rose, good.
Boy, this is peak Rose at his best, an attacking, slashing guard who breaks down the defense easily.
Pass to Reddish. Now, here's Hunter. On the wing, Bridges. Just 5 on the clock.
2 minutes.
Pass to Embiid. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. Gone 2 of 6 from the field in the second quarter so far. Rose against Hunter. No good for the 5th time from the floor this game. He's made 2 shots.
Yeah, you know, guys, this has been far from his best game. A disappointing outing for both him and the team.
Lowry dishes to Reddish. Holmes against Embiid. Puts it up from 12. Rebounded by Holmes. Holmes got his 4th rebound in this one. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
Second personal foul.
Kyle Lowry picks one up there.
Team foul.
And he's got his first free throw of the game.
At the line for your home team, Talen Horton Tucker. At the line for 2.
Shooting 2.
First one falls for him. So he gets them both. And almost 4 minutes gone here in the second quarter of play. Here's Lowry. Anthony Davis with the rebound, being 40% from the field.
And this the second season of Anthony Davis's 5-year, $190 million extension. And he admitted that with his injury history, that long-term security was a consideration.
Hunter grabs the miss. Hunter's got rebound number 5 here tonight. 44 seconds left to play here in the half. Lowry against Van Vliet. 6 to shoot. The 11-footer tries again. Not that time. It's off. He's 3 for 7. Loads it up for Davis, and it's Davis finishing it off.
Rose, a very solid floor general. I think that's an underrated part of his game. He's excellent at finding his teammates.
Van Vliet against Lowry.
Love the intensity on defense there. Rose enjoys getting after it and making a difference at that end of the floor.
So that'll be it for the first half. Fairly even battle underway in this one. They lead by... Thank you, David. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the second half momentarily.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, checking out the visiting team. Kenny, how'd you see it?
I like what they've done on the boxing out. Yeah.
And that should do it. With the second half about to begin, let's send you back to Kevin Harlan. Go back to Kevin Harlan. Go over there.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. Getting underway in the second half, here's the 5 for Doc Rivers. You've got Reddish, DeAndre Hunter out there with Joel Embiid. Then there's Lowry, and it's Bridges in at the 3. Here's Holmes. Can't tie it up as that one's no good. Being about 35% from the floor, not much falling for them. Lowry looking around, passes it to Bridges. Not going to go that time. Good work defensively by Holmes. Here's Rose. Can't tie it up as that one misses. Here's Bridges driving the lane, and he uses the glass on the layup. Bridges has got his first bucket in this one.
Just reliable, guys. He's just always trying to make the right play.
Davis. Yes, and it's Rose with the assist that time. Rose has got 3 assists now in this one. Bounce pass from Lowry. Embiid kicks to Bridges. Now the pass to Reddish. Bangs home the trifecta. Reddish has got his second basket of the night.
You know, pretty much anybody can hit that shot when they're that wide open. I mean, terrible defense.
Here's Horton Tucker, and it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Embiid. His shot was hindered by that momentous mobile 1 block.
And big defensive plays like that will help them stay in control of this one.
Here's Holmes. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. Pass to Horton Tucker. Just 5 to shoot. The 19-foot shot.
Ooh, and this is turning into a slow start here in the second half. Seems like they left that offense in the locker room.
Reddish the pass to Bridges. Over Davis. Bridges misses. Gone only 1 of 5 from the field since halftime. Very slow start offensively. Holmes trying to free himself up. And it's Rose missing.
He is just really almost playing for the other team. The shooting has just been poor.
Pass to Embiid. Lowry has the open look. Hits the 3-point bomb. Lowry's got 9.
And defensively, they've gotten a little careless, not playing with the same focus we saw in the first.
And Billy Donovan wants a timeout.
Trying to find some answers offensively.
Yeah, and you know, that's going to be the focus of this timeout. They need to come up with a spark to get the offense going.
Holmes finds Rose. Van Vliet with it. Back to Rose. Fires the 3. Trains the three-pointer. Rose has got his 3rd bucket of the night.
It was once a weakness, his outside shot, but for Rose now, he's lethal from outside. He's worked really hard to become so.
Bridges outside. Embiid trying to break loose. And he gets the friendly spin, and that one drops.
It all started with the pass. That's what coaches love to see, ball movement.
Here's Van Vliet. That one's rebounded by Embiid. Gone 4 of 6 from the field since the start of the 3rd. Reddish with the ball. Davis is on it. And Davis sends it back.
Davis so good with his timing and length to get up and deny shots.
Rose against Hunter. Clock at 6. Misses the layup. He had him with that pump fake.
Boy, this is bad. Tough to watch. I mean, this is really bad. Stone cold this one. Man.
How about the strength and focus on that one? It's clear Hunter up to the challenge at finishing on a physical defense.
First trip to the free throw line for him tonight.
1 plus the penalty. 2 shots.
One shot.
The free throw drops for Hunter.
An athletic forward with a versatile skill set. Hunter has also proven he can come up big in big moments.
Lowry against Van Vliet. Good work defensively by Lowry.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
And really a reflection of their superior effort level to this point. It seems to me they've gone after this win a little bit more.
And he rushed that one, no doubt about it. The D. Alice position, you can see the frustration on his face.
And it's Davis missing.
Yeah, and that was lining up to be a huge alley-oop, but they just couldn't quite connect.
And you know, guys, always a tough catch on the lob. Placement and timing have to be close to perfect.
Van Vliet wide open. Drills the three-pointer. Van Vliet's got 7 points in the game.
And count on Van Vliet to hit that three-point shot. He's an efficient scorer from beyond the arc.
And we've reached the end of the 3rd. Up 9. And time for the short break, and stay right where you are. The 4th quarter is coming up next. How about a look at today's State Farm assist of the game?
And he sliced the D wide open with this feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
Yeah, that's just a brilliant read of the defense. I mean, it was also excellent anticipation of the movement of his teammates before the pass. Just great harmony on all sides.
4th quarter of action is upon us. Thanks as always for joining us. Around 41% on the night. We've got Davis. Derrick Rose is out there with Fred Van Vliet. Then there's Rashawn Holmes. And it's Horton Tucker in at the 3, the small forward. Reddish kicks to Hunter. Outside Lowry. Shoots the 3. And it's Anthony Davis with the rebound. Lowry's gotten only 1 of his 3s to drop for him. He's got 5 attempts. Van Vliet outside. Here's Rose. It's deflected.
And putting that 7-2 wingspan to good use. Hunter can be an elite defender if he keeps working at it.
Now, here's Reddish. He's guarded by Davis. And it's Lowry. Stolen by Van Vliet. To the middle. Here's Davis. Goes back up. He takes it up and lays it in.
You know, it's not only his size and strength and athleticism, but Davis's timing is so special. That's why he boards it so well.
Now here's Embiid. Reddish the pass to Embiid. And they double up Embiid. Out to the right wing. And the wide open shot from Reddish. Off target with the open look.
Not his best game, but they're still getting it done collectively.
Passes it to Davis. Here's Horton Tucker. Yes, and it's Rose with the assist that time.
Horton Tucker.
Rose has got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. 2nd minute off the clock now in the 4th. Lowry passes to Hunter. Embiid inside, covered by Van Vliet. Counted good.
And how about the awareness Hunter possesses? Understands when one of his guys has an opportunity.
Just under 2.5 minutes gone here in the final quarter. Van Vliet with the bucket.
Yeah, that's careless defense, though. I mean, he's one player you can ill afford to let run free. He just loves to be a money player in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, I agree with you, Greg. I mean, he plays with no fear, and he certainly knows how to put the ball in the basket.
Here's Embiid for 3. Hunter. That one is good. He's only missed one shot of his 6 taken on the floor.
Well, we saw this from Hunter in the tournament when Virginia won the championship. He was a clutch performer.
Anthony Davis showing you he's in control when the spotlight is on.
Bounce pass from Lowry. Here's Embiid, and they double up Embiid. Lowry for 3, and he's good on the 3 ball.
You know, I think they took a bit of a chance there going to the double team, and that left another guy open out there.
Down low, and stolen by Hunter. Here's Embiid. Look at that.
Oh, my goodness. Watch out. Boy, this big guy, Joel Embiid, is a center with an awesome dunking arsenal.
Defense doesn't get much better than the mobile 1 block we just saw on replay.
And, guys, that is lockdown defense at its finest, going right at the shot and then able to knock it away.
1:10 left to play here in the 4th. Here's Embiid. That one off the back iron and out. Gone 6 of 8 from the field in the 4th so far. It's been a great start to this final quarter for them. Count it!
AD staring them down and letting them know this ain't over yet.
Gone 4 of 7 from the field since the beginning of the 4th. Lowry kicks to Bridges. Reddish with the ball. Here he goes. Hunter trying to get open. Reddish's shot is good. And Billy Donovan wants a timeout. Guys, what do you think?
Yeah, trying to get back in this thing, they need a score.
Yeah, and they need it hiccup fast. I mean, they'll be drawing up a quick hitter in the huddle here, no doubt.
And now let's take a look at the New Balance player of the game, Joel Embiid.
And his shooting percentage reflects just how efficient he's been. It's better than 50%, always a sign of a solid offensive performance. But his movement and his shot selection have also both been tremendous.
.36 seconds left in the 4th quarter. Here's Rose. And Embiid pulls it down. And now they decide to foul intentionally.
Derrick Rose. 2nd personal foul. 1st team foul.
And they go to the intentional foul.
Fred VanVleet. 2nd personal foul. 2nd team foul. Shooting for the away team. Kyle Lowry at the line for 2.
He hits the first one, and that makes it a 7-point lead.
And you know, Lowry, the consummate floor general, his leadership on the court and in the locker room really brings this team together and makes them an effective unit.
And Billy Donovan wants a timeout. What's your take, guys?
And I don't think they'll be able to climb out of this hole.
Maybe working on their 60-second drill, even if it doesn't pay off tonight, maybe for the future.
Here's White outside Williams. For three, Van Vliet. The rebound by Niang. And here is Milton. And so the road team gets the W in this one. They came in here and took care of business like they were the home team.
And Kevin, how about the mental toughness that this group showed? They were never rattled at all by the opposing fans.
And we've got David Aldridge standing by on our sideline with the player of the game. David, it's all yours.
Hey, thank you, Kevin. Joel, congrats on the win. A quality win. How did you secure it?
Oh, we played. We were tough tonight. We weren't soft. We shared the ball defensively. We were really good. And that's what we got to do the rest of the season.
Well, you're building towards something good, man. Congratulations on the win. Kevin?
David, thank you as always. And that'll do it, folks. For Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching this presentation of the NBA on 2K Sports. So long, everyone.
For the mic and they know I'm in place. If you want to talk, but he not on. I ain't psyching up from my boy heavy. I'm the business you heard when I did it. Spend out of money, I'm dripping this clouding. Got on this and it's dripping like water. Teaching, but I don't have a daughter. I know me. I pick up when I call her. Working big and it don't hurt to break it. I'ma always do it how I want to do it. Every time he lead a Mr. Got him running to it. I'ma need to pull the milk before we talking that I'm waking up and coming through it. Like a running dude.
It's your boy Dan Rue. Many of you guys know me from doing dances throughout the few years. They put my jump shot in the game like 2 years ago, so everybody uses my jump shot because it's wet. Don't be jealous. Is your jump shot in the game?
No.
Exactly.
Professor, what do you think of NBA 2K23 so far?
It was dope. Right away looking at it, you could see the graphic upgrades, you know, like sometimes in the past.
And those will be our starters. Some intriguing matchups on the floor tonight. Sit tight. We'll be back in just a moment.
They gon' know me as legendary. You in the stands, I ain't need no commentary. If you the competition, you gon' get buried. I don't cheat on the game, we getting married. They gon' know me as legendary. You in the stands, I ain't need no commentary. Ain't no option, ain't no secondary. I just throw it out like a Hail Mary. I'm legendary.
Hi, and thanks for joining us on 2K Sports NBA. Hey, Allie.
Thanks, BA. Well, Kevin Durant.
Well, Allie, one of the all-time greats. Good stuff. And a chance to see the latest edition of the Power Rankings. Always fun to see where everyone in the league stands. While they're still in the bottom third of the league, they do get a little bump in the rankings.
Well, seeing where this home team is right now, they're doing more than what people expected. And that's because they're getting solid contributions from some unlikely sources.
Now the starting group for the visitors. They've got Dylan Brooks. Shea Gilgeous-Alexander is out there with Jamal Murray. Then it's R.J. Barrett. And it's Wiggins in at the 5 down low. Kyrie Irving out there with Devin Booker. Then there's Kevin Durant. Then it's Giannis Antetokounmpo. And it's James in at the 4. Now here's Durant. Pass to Booker. Down low. Here's Antetokounmpo.
Good court vision from Booker. He sees a wide open man and gets him the ball for an assist.
Now here's Barrett. Here's Murray going inside. And it's Murray finishing it off.
What? Wait. Hey, dunks are always for the big boys.
Emphatic move by the point guard.
It just landed in. He wanted to make a statement.
Team foul.
And some teams a little slow out of the gate, Smitty, including a couple of contenders.
BA, if you're a true contender, you're not concerned at this stage. You know there's a lot of season left to turn things around.
Murray passes to Brooks. Gilgeous-Alexander on the wing. Back to Brooks. Fires the 3. Giannis with the rebound. And just around a minute and a half into this first quarter. An open look for Durant. Good. And Antetokounmpo gets the assist.
Very assertive KD is. He's ready to fire fast off the catch.
Wiggins passes to Gilgeous-Alexander. Over Antetokounmpo. And Gilgeous-Alexander missing.
Easy chance from mid-range. Wouldn't be surprised to see them run that play again.
Irving, the pass to James. There's the triple. And Kyrie Irving good for 3.
It's empowering to play with LeBron because if you get open, he will find you.
And while it can hurt you from outside, Devin Booker has a very rounded game with his shot.
Yeah, last few years, Booker has taken more mid-range jumpers. He feels comfortable pulling up from anywhere in the half court. I mean, he's learning to take whatever the defense gives him.
3 on the clock. And it's Brooks missing.
You know, he was looking for revenge, trying to match shots from distance.
Ooh, it's stolen by Gilgeous-Alexander. Pass to Wiggins. About 3 minutes gone here in the first quarter. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by James.
Team ball.
And while we have a break, here were some of the top free throw shooters in the game last season. Kyrie Irving is 4th.
Very steady at the line. He's a guy who isn't rattled easily, and that shows in his free throw shooting numbers.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander.
2 minutes.
Wiggins passes to Murray.
Hailing from Canada, Jamal Murray is the latest star to emerge from the North. Joining country mates like SGA, R.J. Barrett, Brandon Clark, really impressive.
Shooting for the away team, Jamal Murray. 2 shots.
And he drops the first.
Oh my gosh, I just got that.
And so he makes both from the line.
We've seen him put a lot of pressure on the defense and then cash in at the line.
Brooks against Durant. There's a minute 47 left in the first. And the rebound paying off as they pick up 2 on the second chance bucket right there.
Woo, the reach of Kevin Durant, using his incredible wingspan to take advantage on the offensive glass.
Now here's Murray.
Everyone in the building saw the obvious contact.
First personal foul, second team foul. At the line for the away team, Jamal Murray, taking 2 shots.
And he knocks down the first one. And Murray drops them both. And we're just over 3.5 minutes into this first quarter. Antetokounmpo against Wiggins. Antetokounmpo, bam!
And the balance Giannis has. Outstanding job taking the contact and finishing despite it.
Wiggins finds Gilgeous-Alexander. And a nice finish on the layup.
Attacking in the painted area. Clearly that was their game plan coming in.
Pass to Antetokounmpo. Tries again. And the layup is good. Antetokounmpo has got 6.
Looks like we're starting to see a pattern here. Not afraid to get in the paint and get wet.
Wiggins passes to Gilgeous-Alexander. On the take. From 12 feet. And Booker pulls it down. Gone 6 of 9 and finding their rhythm now. Durant inside. Brooks defending. Nice shot by Durant. 6 points for him.
The ball handling from Durant really a key to what sets him apart as a player. He can pull up and break you down.
Shot clock and game clock. 1 second differential. Booker against Murray. 6 to shoot. And it's in there.
So much passion from Murray on that play. I mean, he comes up against solid defense, but he just wants it more.
And still a close game as the first quarter comes to a close. Leading by 3. Don't go away. We'll be back with the second quarter in just a moment. Well, LeBron James, the unquestioned leader. But if you ask him, sometimes you got to get into it with your teammates.
In conflict, it just builds character. It builds even more trust. You're able to get on someone able to get on you, and then, you know, the whistle blown, let's get out and let's execute what needs to be done.
And playing at the highest levels, there can't be many slip-ups, Grant.
Yeah, I mean, there's a job to be done. In the heat of competition, you can't be too sensitive. It's all about winning, B.A.
And if you're just joining us, it's been a pretty even game through the first quarter. And from what we've seen here from the home team, what's your take so far?
They are looking engaged so far, especially on offense.
And that has helped them build an advantage here, playing with good focus and good energy.
Jamal Murray out there with Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. Then it's R.J. Barrett. Then it's Dillon Brooks. And it's Wiggins in at the center, locking down the middle. A chance here to catch up with Allie from the sideline.
Hey, Brian, when speaking about LeBron James, Commissioner Adam Silver said he's certainly one of the league's hardest workers, which has as much to do with the success of his career as anything else. Also, off the court, it's incredible what he's done. He is a marvel in so many ways, but it all comes back to his focus and his dedication.
Thanks, Allie. Now here's Durant. Give him 8, and the bucket is good. Durant's got 10 points.
I'll tell you what, Durant takes a lot of contact inside. Defenders try to muscle him, but it doesn't matter.
Antetokounmpo against Wiggins. Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Brooks. Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. Murray finds Brooks. And here's Murray. Booker defending. Excellent D there from Booker.
Out of character for him to miss that shot. Maybe just a little too casual there.
Antetokounmpo. Yes, Antetokounmpo with the jam.
Beyond belief. I mean, such a creative talent. And I'm not surprised to see Giannis get flashy on the finish.
On the AT&T 5G Slam Cam, good looks by our terrific camera crew. Out to the right wing. Murray against Booker. Kicks it out to Barrett. Outside Murray. Pass to Brooks. Murray with it. Check by James. Murray can't get that one to fall.
And he probably thought he was going to bury that one.
James goes in, and it's James with the jam.
Can't do anything about it. LeBron gets a step. Next thing you know, he's hanging off the rim.
And KD always in the debate over who's the top dog in this league.
And what's interesting is he doesn't really want any part of that discussion. He said, one thing I told myself, don't worry about who people say is the best player. Blocking out distractions is key to achieving greatness.
Well, Grant, starting your career in the 50s.
Oh,
you know what I mean. Actually, 90s. Back then, we'd see teams usually score in the 80s and 90s. What do you think of the current scoring?
Really, BA, the 50s? Wow. But it's crazy. I mean, back then, yes, every game was in the 80s and 90s. Now everyone averages at least 100 points per game. So I think it's been an interesting evolution of the game. And, of course, the fans all love offense. And these players and teams today are providing just that.
Despite his slim frame, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander is showing enough strength to take the hit and complete the play.
Outside for Irving. That's good. And so Durant with the assist. Durant's got his third assist of the night.
You got to appreciate the consistency. Night in and night out, he brings it.
Back to Barrett. And he's going to the line for two. The official saw contact while he was going up.
Foul. First team foul. Shooting for the away team. R.J. Barrett at the line for two.
Free throw drops for Barrett. And Barrett drops them both. Gotten 6 of their 7 shots to go in the second quarter. James outside. Antetokounmpo against Wiggins. Outside for Irving. Gets the 3 to fall. Irving's got 6 in the quarter.
Gradually starting to put pressure on this defense. That's his second from downtown this quarter. 3 for the game.
Counted.
Took him a while to get going, but here in the second quarter, he's found his rhythm.
Inside. And Irving with the basket on the assist from Booker. Irving's got 11 points.
And now almost all their points coming from the paint.
Here's Barrett. And it's Irving with a rebound. Gone 8 for 9 here in the second. Pass to James. Lays it up and banks it in. James has got his third basket on the night right there.
And after a scoreless first quarter, he's finding his offense.
Here's Murray. Kyrie Irving clears the rebound.
When you're wide open like that, no need to fade away.
And Durant with the big finish.
One of the all-time scoring greats. Durant is racking up the points tonight. There's nothing you can do to stop him.
Now here's Murray. 13 points in the game. Basket
Jamal
counts.
Murray.
Efficient performance from him. Not the case for everyone else on his team.
Irving against Gilgeous-Alexander. From down low, and no problem from Irving as he finishes at the rim. He's got 13.
He's getting it done offensively, making winning plays at every turn.
Brooks outside. 1 second left. Oh, got it off in time, but it's no good. And we've reached halftime in this one. They lead by 14. Well, now we have some time to check in with Allie LaForce. Allie.
I'm alongside Coach Nick Nurse, and I know you're not too happy with the execution at the defensive end. What needs to be cleaned up?
Yeah, we're making some mistakes on some of the switches. We're making some mistakes on some of the weak side. And then when we did get them to miss a couple, they tipped them right back in. So lots to clean up there.
Okay, it'll be a tough halftime speech from Coach.
Thanks, Allie. After the break, we'll see you right back here to begin quarter number 3.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
After one half of play, it's been a one-sided. What a game it's been for Kyrie Irving. He had 13 points, 2 assists, and 2 rebounds. He's been a different player than he was in their last outing. when he was off his game. He's rounded back into form tonight. How about you, Kenny? What did you think about this home team?
Down in the paint, they're doing everything right, seeking out high percentage looks. So far, the defense hasn't had any answer for that. And we'll see if those adjustments that the coaches are making at halftime work.
Shaq, let's get your insight on the visiting team.
Shooting percentage they allow is through the roof. The coach should absolutely be ripping into the defensive effort. They need to take some pride on the other end. Just lock it in.
Thanks for joining.
Just about ready for the second half here. A big comeback is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. Really an incredible game from Jamal Murray.
Through the first 2 quarters, he's been on fire. Explosive offensive performance.
This is his challenge, to continue to dominate, to help them try to close strong here in the second half.
And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly in the second. LeBron James out there with Kevin Durant. Then it's Giannis Antetokounmpo. Then there's Devin Booker. And it's Irving in at the point. That's J.B. Bickerstaff's 5 as we get going in the second half. And the defense of Wiggins, Grant, something that he's turned around in his career.
Yeah, you know, B.A., he went from a weak defender to a strong one. He's always had the tools, but he's putting it all together and can now be a lockdown wing.
Brooks against Durant. Over Wiggins. And Giannis throws it down.
We don't talk about KD's passing enough. Durant is an elite playmaker.
Shooting a nice 50% for the game. Gilgeous-Alexander against Irving. And Gilgeous-Alexander missing. Shooting 76%. You don't see this often. Antetokounmpo, the pass to Irving. Booker with it. Checked by Brooks. Tries to keep it alive. And that's out of bounds. It was last touched by Booker. All right, let's look back on last season for a moment. Here were your scoring leaders. 5th on the list, Giannis Antetokounmpo.
This is a guy who never took a night off. You look at his numbers and you know that he put in a tremendous effort every single game.
Barrett passes to Wiggins. Now Barrett. Outside Gilgeous-Alexander. Pass to Brooks. Just 5 to shoot. This one for 3. Giannis with the rebound. Antetokounmpo has got his 7th rebound here tonight. And it's James with the jam.
Anytime you can get LeBron something right at the rim, that's good offense.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander, and the layup is good off the glass. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 8.
Another shot right in the lane. That's been their MO this evening.
Antetokounmpo, the pass to James. Here's Irving. Gilgeous-Alexander defending. Durant for 3. Basket is good. Nice setup for Irving. Irving's got his 3rd assist of the night.
Doing great things at the offensive end. 3 for 4 to start this half.
Murray passes to Gilgeous-Alexander. Antetokounmpo against Wiggins. Fader on the way. LeBron with the rebound. Gotten 3 of 4 shots to fall so far in the 3rd. Here's Irving. And the shot goes in. 15 points in the game.
He drops yet another dime. Just facilitating this offense like a maestro.
Gone 2 of 5 in this 3rd quarter. Pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. From 13. And he sinks that one. Hitting the back of the rim on the way in.
I know he's young, but there's a maturity to Gilgeous-Alexander's game. He takes what you give him.
To the middle. Antetokounmpo.
Here in the second half, they just found better shots.
For them, the first half was maybe more of a filling out process. Now it's winning time.
The drive by Murray. And it's Murray finishing it off.
We've seen this before from Murray. In big games, too, a dynamic scorer.
Once again, an explosive highlight on the AT&T 5G Slam Cam. Outside Durant. They double team Durant. Outside for Irving. Three-pointer, no good.
And just terrible defense. I don't know how he missed that shot.
Pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. Brooks outside. Now Murray. Right side Barrett. Gilgeous-Alexander with the ball. Here's Murray. Doesn't go that time. Nice D from Durant. To the paint. And slam dunk by James.
And he's been an ideal teammate tonight. He's really creating plenty of looks with his passing.
There's been an emphasis on ball movement, and he's been a major catalyst.
Tremendous effort. Defends the shot and gets in perfect position for the rebound.
Here's Booker. Ooh, solid defense from Gilgeous-Alexander. Brooks outside. Pass to Murray. Little turnaround. The shot off that time. And as we end the third quarter, a double-digit deficit will make it tough to come back. Up 19. And we're coming right back. Be sure to stay with us as we get set for quarter number 4. All right, let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by State Farm.
And the winner today coming from an unlikely position. It's the big fella with the sweetest pass of the day.
You know, it takes good vision and it takes good decision making right there. He showed both, and he did so at a very high level.
Well, there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. R.J. Barrett out there with Andrew Wiggins. Then it's Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. Then it's Dillon Brooks. And it's Murray in at the 2. Pass to Wiggins. Now here's Brooks, guarded by Durant. Takes a turnaround, Jay. They get it again. Rejected by Antetokounmpo.
A Defensive Player of the Year winner, Antetokounmpo affects so many shots with his length. And he was dominant in their last outing. And the same thing here tonight. He is in a terrific groove right now.
Here's the thing. He's a guy who will go on hot streaks for you over a number of games.
Pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. Wiggins right side. On the wing, Brooks. All alone. Jump shot is good that time.
And very few teams rely on mid-range jumpers nowadays, but that's been their preferred way of finding points.
Irving, the pass to Antetokounmpo. Here's Durant. Good. And Antetokounmpo gets the assist. Antetokounmpo has got 3 assists now in this one. Gilgeous-Alexander against James. And Gilgeous-Alexander missing.
They've shown that power inside. Their rebounding effort has been sensational.
One more for the highlight reel. KD with the skyscraper.
Gone 1 of 4 since the fourth quarter began. They need something good to happen here.
Yeah, they've gone way too long without a score.
Antetokounmpo with the block. Left side Booker. Nice dish, and the layup goes down. Booker's got his first bucket in this one.
And this is what you want to do when you've got a big lead. You must stay aggressive.
I'm impressed with their intensity tonight. They've came in focused, and they've executed.
In the first half, he was getting himself to the line quite a bit. Since then, he's been a little less aggressive.
Well, with the 2010s in the books, let me put you on the spot here, Smitty. Who is your player of the decade, Stephen or LeBron?
Well, Steph changed how our game is played, B.A., plus the 2 MVPs and 3 rings. Wow. But I have to go with LeBron James, playing in 8 straight NBA Finals. That's crazy.
First one falls for him. Well, there's talk now of how tight officials call the game, Smitty. You think the league would benefit from allowing play to be more physical?
B.A., well, I don't think people want physical play to dictate the game, but I would like for, the defense to be able to at least use an arm bar. Maybe not hand check like we did back in the day, but an arm bar just to be able to have the game kind of even out for the defensive players.
Got all 4 shots to go in this final quarter. LeVert outside. Pass to Antetokounmpo. Releases from 15. Here's Osman. Clock at 6. Antetokounmpo outside. No good from outside. He got his defender off his feet with a pump fake, but couldn't knock it down. Here's Dosunmu. Pass to Mykhailiuk. And last season, a new entity, NBA Africa, created to handle all business on the continent. Grant, you're an investor. Can you talk a little bit about it?
Yeah, it's so exciting, B.A. First of all, the game of basketball growing all over the world, and particularly on the continent in Africa. So I think it's not only great from a financial standpoint, but you're creating opportunities for the league, and you're exposing people to Africa, to this beautiful game. I think it's a win-win, and I'm so excited.
And here's LeVert for 3. The offensive rebound. And Antetokounmpo with the stuff.
The reach of Giannis really helps out here, allowing him to beat out the defense and win a second chance shot.
Outside Murray. Pass to Mykhailiuk. Takes a 13-footer. And it's off the back of the rim. No good. Gone 5 of 8 from the field so far in the fourth. It's LeVert on the wing. Here's Antetokounmpo. Here's Brown. Nice work on the boards, paying off with a basket.
An impressive job by this team. And you really can't discount the impact of this crowd here.
They gave the team tremendous energy tonight. The fans were fantastic. It was a true home court advantage.
Pass to Dosunmu. Now Murray, the 3-ball. Antetokounmpo grabs the board.
I know he's on a cold streak, but he can't let that get in his head.
And his rhythm, it's been way off. The goal now might be to get him something easy at the rim so he can just see the ball go in through the net, and that helps.
A shot from the mid-range. Another miss by Antetokounmpo. So the home crowd happy here as they get the victory, showing that they're the far superior team. They win it. All right, Allie, thank you. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Steve Smith, Allie LaForce, and Grant Hill, this is Brian Anderson. Thanks for being with us. We'll see you next time.
Normally, and then B, I have history with 2K. So from 2K7 to 2K12, we did a lot of like the signature moves for a lot of like the NBA All-Stars and stuff like that. So to come back here and be in collaboration is awesome.
The game is actually really smooth. I like it. They slowed it down a little bit. It's more realistic. Until I get in the park and I max out 99 overall, we're gonna see what really happens.
Corey, we're here at NBA 2K23 Summer League. How's your Summer League been thus far?
It's dope so far. I just landed, kind of...
Hi, everyone. Thanks for joining us on 2K Sports. NBA action is coming up. I'm Kevin Harlan, along with Greg Anthony and Brett Barry, our terrific analysts, and David Aldridge is our sideline reporter. Here are the starters for Brooklyn. Baller is out there at B-Train. Then it's Che. Then there's the Professor. Harrell is out there with Tyler Hero. Then there's Ja Morant. Then it's Bam Adebayo. And it's Rozier in at the 1 spot. For teams with a lot of new players, Greg, this time of year can be a real challenge.
Sure can. And just getting on the same page takes some time. And then you have to build that trust. Weathering the storms together will help you do that.
Here we go.
Morant passes to Hero. Here's Adebayo. to the inside. Morant takes the assist and lays it in. Picked out the pass nicely.
And there is some intelligence behind the passing of Adebayo. Not flashy, but making smart ones.
Driving inside. It's good.
Uncovered at the rim, finding cracks in the defense here early on.
Just really smart basketball and exploiting whatever holes that he's seeing right now in the defensive squad.
Now here's Morant. Inside, the kick out to Rozier. 6 on the shot clock. Passes it to Adebayo. And it's going to be a 24-second shot clock violation. They turn it over.
The ball goes to Brooklyn.
We've played just over a minute here in the first. And on our sideline, our reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, I briefly spoke with Mike Budenholzer. I asked him about the task of slowing down Ja Morant. Coach said the one thing you can't account for with Morant is his explosiveness. Everything else you can plan for, but sometimes he'll just beat you. And Kevin, that's what they mean when they say good defense, better offense. Back to you.
Thank you, David. Now, Hero. Morant finds Hero, and it's good. 2 points.
Hero sticking with it through contact. That's not easy.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
And Adebayo sends it back. Now, Hero. He's guarded closely. Dishes to Hero. Another shot. And he gets Brooklyn the whistle. Foul. 2 free throws coming up.
First personal foul. First
Harrell
team
in there
foul.
clashing with some aggressive defense. He gets physical right back.
And coming up, Montrezl Harrell said he patterned his game after the All-Star Zach Randolph. Z-Bo was undersized on paper but was strong as an ox and found angles to finish.
That's good from Harrell. And like the great Z-Bo, Montrezl Harrell might be undersized on paper, but Greg, that 7'4" wingspan levels the playing court.
Not to mention his leaping ability. Harrell's more of a dunker, quite honestly, but he also displays that soft touch inside.
Here's the professor. His last outing, we saw him pour in 22. He can't get that one to fall. Some solid defense from Rozier.
Still searching out their offensive game right now. 1 of 5 from the field to start this one.
And you're just asking to get burned when you give Morant a lane, using that speed to his advantage.
Pass to Che. Nice ball movement by Brooklyn. The pass to the professor. 5 on the clock. Brooklyn needs to get off a shot here.
2 minutes remaining in the first.
And that time, also a missed shot. Gone 4 of 5 from the field so far. Morant outside. And finished off by Morant.
When you find yourself up double digits in the first quarter, you know you're doing something right.
Well, dominant so far. That's the responsibility of the starters. Now let's see if everybody else who plays in this game makes the same kind of high-level contributions.
And the first timeout called of the game for Brooklyn.
In the NBA, you've got to keep pace. It's a fast track out there, and I thought their lack of hustle defensively was the story of the game.
Now, you can't allow any opponent to shoot that kind of percentage. If you do, it's just going to be so tough to keep up.
Guarded by Morant. Nice spin off the left rim and in.
How about that shot? Not exactly something drawn up by the coaching staff.
Pass to Rozier. Morant with it. Rozier looking around. Passes it to Adebayo. He's off on that one. And Brooklyn will come the other way. Puts up a three. It's hauled in by Bam Adebayo. Gone 5 of 7 today so far. Nice shooting to get this game underway. Morant outside. Pass to Adebayo. Nope, not that time. Nothing for 2 from the field. Good on the bucket.
And this has been a great job of just getting into the middle of that defense and really scoring effectively from the paint.
It's a 4-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. And Adebayo sends it back.
Are we sure that Bam's not wearing a watch out there? Perfect timing.
Morant passes to Harrell. Back to Morant. Good on the three-point shot. Morant's got 11 points.
I like their focus coming in. Terrific execution so far.
Well, if there were 4 or 5 boxes to check in terms of the game plan tonight, they might have checked 6. I mean, they're doing everything out there.
And a double-digit lead on the scoreboard as we end the first quarter of play. They lead by 13. And we'll be back shortly for the start of the second quarter. And glad to have you with us, folks. Second quarter of basketball. This game has not exactly been neck and neck, but plenty of time left in this one. And guys, what's your take on the home team so far?
Stingy on the defensive end in that first quarter. They were just getting up into people.
Just a great job, really, of making the game ugly, trying to muck it up a little bit out there.
And now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset our lineups. They've got Adebayo, Tyler Hero out there with Montrezl Harrell. Then it's Morant, and it's Rozier in at the point. Here's Morant. Missed for the first time this game. He's 5 for 6. Brooklyn trails by 11.
And if you're wondering if Ja Morant lacks for confidence, well, look no further than his point god moniker. This kid is fearless, and he's hungry, and he plays with that proverbial chip on his shoulder.
3 on the clock. Releases. Misses off the right iron.
Well, that mid-range, Jay, usually pretty much on the money. Maybe the timing just a little bit off on that one. Doing a lot of nice work now from the field. He's helped get them this lead, and now he's helped them keep it.
And, Craig, you talk about the fearlessness for Morant, reminiscent of Allen Iverson, the way he throws his body all around.
I mean, get knocked down, get right back up. At the same time, at 6'3", he can add strength to that frame. I know that's the goal of his as he looks to absorb contact and dish out a little of his own.
The pass to Hero. Keeps it alive. Hero on the foul.
You'd love to bottle up the energy that Hero plays for. Hustle points coming through.
Pass to Baldwin. Fires for 3. Rebound by Harrell. Harrell's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Hero kicks to Rozier. Morant outside. Pass to Hero. And the 3 off target. Brooklyn trails by 13. Here's Baller. And the rejection by Harrell. Gone 2 of 5 from the field here in the second quarter, shooting 40%. Rozier the pass to Harrell. That's good, and it's Rozier with the assist. Rozier's got his 3rd assist on the night. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Well, we've heard, Brent, some teams say more should be done to protect players from dangerous fouls. Do you agree?
Well, I think the head shots are something that people are looking at most. It's player safety comes first. And I know a lot of people that watch basketball in the 70s and 80s when the game was much more physical, where those plays didn't result in technical fouls, see it a bit differently. But it's still about protecting the players and avoiding those kind of plays to put them in danger. And I'm for that.
Guarded by Morant. Rebound by Harrell.
This is a rough stretch right here for him offensively. Seems to be rushing shots.
And finished off by Morant.
And relentless in his attack, Morant is wearing down the defense, putting up some huge numbers here tonight.
Shea passes to the professor. Drives to the hoop. That's out of bounds. Brooklyn will retain possession.
Brooklyn ball.
And now let's revisit that exceptional Mobile One block.
And a block like that sends a message. One that says we're not giving up this lead.
Kicks to Shea. Just 4 to shoot. From deep.
Bam's getting so much better about understanding the length and where it is that he can be best to cover ground.
Rozier for 3. Here's Adebayo. And he banks in the layup. Adebayo's got his 3rd basket of the night.
And a big lead for them on both the scoreboard and the backboard thus far.
Here's the professor. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. Some solid defense from Rozier. Here's Morant. The teardrop falls in.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
It's a 4-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. The pass to the professor. Here's Shea. And again, no good by Brooklyn. Feeds it to Harrell. And here's Adebayo outside. And that one released in time, but no good. And so a pretty... Thank you, David. And we'll be back for the 3rd quarter of action following halftime.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
There was no stopping Ja Morant in the first half. He ended up with 17 points, 2 assists, and 2 rebounds. And he wasn't himself in that last contest, but tonight, he's really turned it around. How about you, Kenny? What did you think about this home team?
And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. Guys, Ja Morant has been sensational.
Yeah, it's been a great performance from him, really staying focused on quality shots.
Yeah, this is showing that they're not going to play at anybody else's pace but their own.
Here's the professor. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. And on the floor for Mike Budenholzer starting the second half. We've got B-Train. He's out there with Baller. Shea is out there with the professor. Shot clock at 6. A 15-footer. And Rozier pulls it down. And every year, Terry Rozier seems to get better. Specifically, Greg, becoming a more efficient and lethal scorer.
I mean, he's improving his percentages over the years, especially his three-point shooting. When he came into the league, was not a threat from deep. Now, you have got to honor that outside shot.
Passes to Adebayo. It's good. Adebayo's got 8 points.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Here's Shea. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
It's a great move, and he catches the defense completely off guard.
Well, just ripping through right there as he finds the open spot and gets right through there. High basketball IQ play.
Here's Adebayo. Brooklyn with the rebound. To the paint. Here's B-Train, and he goes in for the dunk.
clearly he's one of the best there is in the business when it comes to making that lead pass.
And Adebayo with the basket on the assist by Morant. Morant's got 3 assists now in this one. Pass to the professor. And Rozier pulls it down. Rozier's got his 4th rebound in this one. Pass to Herro. Now here's Herro, guarded closely. Here's Adebayo. The second effort, and the layup is up and in. Adebayo's got 6 here in this quarter.
They're getting on a roll inside. Their last 3 field goals have come from the paint.
Now a timeout call by Brooklyn.
And you look at the size of Bam Adebayo. Rare to see someone so big be so fluid with the ball.
And how much GA does that ability unlock what this team can do offensively around Bam? The DHOs or dribbling up from the post to make plays or involving him at the top of the key to find backdoor cutters. That's a lot of extra action for teams not to be able to prepare for because of Bam's skill.
Pass to B-Train. To the inside. Ball. Second chance shot. And Adebayo sends it back.
With him struggling tonight, they need to find some other options out there to keep themselves in the game.
Offensive rebound. From down in the low post. It goes. Adebayo's got 14 points.
Yeah, those possessions like zombies staying alive out there, courtesy of Bam Adebayo.
And the pass to the professor. Here's B-Train. Pass to Baller. Lets the 3 fly. Drops in the tray.
2 minutes.
Baller's got his 3rd bucket of the night.
Just such a well-rounded offensive player. He's got a little bit of everything.
Gets it to go. That one good from Adebayo.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
He lobs up the alley-oop pass. Oh, a nice defensive play to disrupt the alley-oop. Pass to Herro. There's the dish to Morant. Up top, Adebayo. Clock at 6. Takes it from 10. Shots good by Herro.
2 points.
Herro's got his 2nd bucket tonight.
And a nice 6th sense back there from Herro using that pick and roll.
Offensive rebound. Here's Che. That one doesn't go. Gone 6 of 10 from the field in the 3rd quarter. Now here's Rozier. Defense right on him. Passes it to Herro. Back to Rozier. It's Morant in the corner. Over Che. And it's Morant missing. For Brooklyn, they've gone a lackluster 3 of 9 from the field since halftime. That one goes in.
Any possession that ends in a shot from that range after good player and ball movement, that's a good one.
We've got 28 seconds left in the 3rd. There's the pass to Adebayo. Floats it up there for Morant. An emphatic alley-oop jam.
And that's big-time stuff there. Morant looking unafraid to go get those lobs and finish them.
Here's Baller. Can't hit the free throw line jump. The 3 quarters of play all in the books. And this one all but over already. Delivering the blowout. And right after this, we'll bring you the start of the final quarter right here on 2K Sports. And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feat.
The coaches talk about it all the time, but to be able to play with that kind of feel, nice play, collaborating, improvising, and organic.
And there have been 2 very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. We've got Duncan Robinson. He's out there with P.J. Tucker. And it's Strus in at the 2 guard. And it's Carey missing. Here's B-Train. Sweet little floater. B-Train's got the first field goal of the 4th quarter here for Brooklyn.
When a player gets a feel for that floater, it can really make things tough on defenders. You're just not sure how to guard them and where your point of commitment is.
Now that's how to finish the break. Throw down with force.
Good job getting the ball and completing that play.
The defense producing easy looks. It just helps you conserve some energy for late in the game.
Here's Vincent. Got it. Good job in the low post. Vincent's got his first points of the game.
And when the score is as lopsided as it is, and you can see they smell blood in the water, my man is going for the jugular.
Now a timeout call by Brooklyn. And we are seeing a lot of star players now, Brent, gravitate to the big markets. Do you think the NBA will ever have something like a franchise tag similar to pro football?
That's an interesting idea. I don't think so. I don't know if the NBA Players Union would sign off on something like that. You know, the first thing that might be addressed is getting to a point where there is a salary cap, a hard cap for teams to stay under some sort of financial restrictions that allow the smaller market teams to compete in some ways. But up until that time, Kevin, I don't see much of that changing.
Buries the long-range jumper.
No way he's going to pass that shot up. The D is way too far back and relaxed in getting out on it.
No one near Rozier as he lets it fly. And a kind roll that time off the rim as that one falls.
What a deft pass by Morant. He finds a wide open man as quickly as anybody in our league. Love seeing a point guard who can explode to the rim like that.
Oh, great attitude and even a better finish.
Well, just seeking out weaknesses in the defense and then exploiting it.
And there's Harrell. That's good on the assist by Morant. Morant's got his 6th assist on the night. Here's the professor. Rozier defending. Teardrop shot. Fouled in the act of shooting. Gets the bucket anyway, so a 3-point play chance for him.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
And Spurs great Tim Duncan recently inducted into the Basketball Hall of Fame, and you played with him, Brent, for a handful of seasons. You won a couple rings. Any reflections?
Well, Tim was such a tremendous teammate and so welcoming to every player that he came across that walked into a Spurs locker room with the inherent trust he had from Coach Popovich that they were going to invite players that were going to come in and be about the right things. I just remember my first time visiting San Antonio, signing as a free agent, and the first person that I saw in the summer in the gym by himself shooting bank shots on the practice floor was one Tim Duncan. What a leader and what an all-time great.
And stolen by Che. And it goes for the 5th time and 10 shots for him this game.
Traditionally, that's how you want to finish the break, right at the rim.
Yeah, anything other than a layup in that situation, probably disappointing. Had numbers, took advantage.
Here's Morant. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
Personal foul, first team foul.
And coming out of high school, John Morant said he was a no-star recruit. One reason he may have been overlooked was his small-town upbringing, growing up in Dalzell, South Carolina.
That's good from Morant. And even though he played on an AAU team with Zion Williamson, you know, scouts, Greg, were looking right past John Morant.
And didn't get a lot of offers at first. After 2 years at Murray State, he joined Steph Curry and Damian Lillard as another star point guard out of a mid-major program. And to this day, he carries that underdog chip on his shoulders.
And this August, the Summer League was back in Las Vegas, Greg, and that's where you're from, that's where you played. How pleased are you to see your hometown become a mecca for the game in the offseason?
Oh, it is such a proud moment for me, born and raised here, growing up here. And quite honestly, I'm just thrilled that we have Summer League again. After what we've gone through, partner, it is just a breath of fresh air to get back to focusing on the little things.
The D really getting away with one there. No one on him, and that's going to be good 9 out of 10 times.
And a wide open look for Shea. And again, Brooklyn with the triple.
And the defense scattered all over the place on the break. Nice job finding the wide open three.
There's 57 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. Morant kicks to Martin. 5 to shoot. Rozier for 3. Allen with the rebound. And so Allen will bring it up for Brooklyn. Trailing by 19. Pass to Shea. And Shea throws it down hard.
Well, at this point, they're just trying to get back in sync. You want to play a good brand of basketball.
And consistency definitely is a key to some of the playoff performing teams. And tonight they just did not find it in this contest.
And that was another look at the aggressive D that led to the Mobile One block.
And big defensive plays like that will help them stay in control of this one.
Here's B-Train, guarded by Morant. Ja Morant grabs the rebound. So the home crowd happy here as they get the victory. It was a tale of two teams tonight, one that was in total control, operating flawlessly, and the other just searching for answers that they could never find.
I mean, the energy here is just so tremendous. Fans involved from the get-go, and once they started to really pour it on, it was fun to see that rhythm and flow from their perspective.
And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David. All right, David, thank you. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast.
There's never any